CarComparos presents India's top 5 most fuel-efficient SUVs under 10 lakhs. Before we begin the countdown of the top 5 highest mileage SUVs in India, let us dwell upon what makes a vehicle an SUV in the Indian sense of the term. For the majority of car buyers in India, an SUV doesn't mean something which can scale mountains and valleys, but rather something which can tackle the potholes, speed humps, and the occasional unpaved roads without the constant worry of scraping the underbody or bending a suspension strut. While at the same time these SUVs are expected to double up as efficient, reliable, refined, comfortable, and practical family cars. Therefore, we started by shortlisting all the vehicles available in the Indian market that had more than 180 mm of ground clearance. This led straight to the elimination of some pseudo SUVs like the Volkswagen Cross Polo and Toyota Etios Cross. At number 5, we have the Fiat Aventura. Unlike Volkswagen's Cross Polo and Toyota's Etios Cross, Fiat didn't just add plastic cladding to the Punto Evo. Fiat painstakingly raised the Punto Evo's suspension to a ground clearance of 205 mm and upsized the wheels and tires as well, not to mention the intricate mechanism of an upward opening hatch-mounted sideways opening spare wheel. However, in spite of having the smallest engine of all SUVs, its ARAI certified mileage is only 20.5 kmpl, not good enough for the top spot on the list. It just about managed to defeat the number 6 Renault Duster and the number 7 Nissan Terrano, which was a bit like fighting for that last championship point in an F1 race. At number 4, we have the Hyundai i20 Active. Since Hyundai's Creta is not a sub-4 meter car, it doesn't qualify for the excise duty cut, which is why they needed to modify one of their existing hatches and quick. Thanks to the overwhelming response that it has received, the Elite i20 was the natural candidate. Hyundai deserves credit for not going the Cross Polo and Etios Cross way of just adding some plastic cladding to the Elite. Hyundai has actually put in the effort of raising its ground clearance by 20 mm to a decent 190 mm. Frankly, so much effort wasn't even expected from Hyundai. Even though the Elite's 1.4-liter engine isn't the most efficient engine amongst hatchbacks, it is enough to land the i20 Active in the 4th spot, with an ARAI certified mileage of 21.19 kmpl. At number 3, we have the Hyundai Creta. The disruptive entrant in the Indian SUV market directly makes it to the 3rd spot on the list. But it is the highly unpopular 1.4-liter engine, not the 1.6, which is responsible for Creta's ranking with its fuel efficiency of 21.38 kmpl. Even the automatic variant of the Creta has an excellent mileage of 17 kmpl. The 1.6-liter Creta returns 19.67 kmpl, which puts it in the 8th rank on this list. But the sad news is that Hyundai has failed to address the flaws in the dynamics of the vehicle, and thus we recommend you to consider any other car on the list but this. At number 2, we have the Ford EcoSport with a mileage of 22.67 kmpl. Ford has really delivered an outstanding package with the EcoSport. It has managed to give it 200 mm of ground clearance without compromising on the dynamics, made it look like a SUV, yet completely different than the hatchback it is based on, and at the same time managed to fit it inside the sub 4 meter mark. But that's not all. It has also managed to put in a fantastically refined and drivable powertrain as well. At number 1, we have the Maruti Suzuki Vitara Brezza with a mileage of 24.3 kmpl. Maruti has really hit the exact sweet spot of the Indian car buyer's needs and wants with the Vitara Brezza. It is an incredibly well-rounded vehicle with just the adequate amount of space, drivability, cornering ability, ride quality, and refinement, giving the customer absolutely no cause for complaint. But that's not all. Maruti has filled it to the brim with features and priced it almost equal to premium hatchbacks like the Elite i20. We wouldn't be surprised to see it on the podium of monthly sales charts within a couple of years.